Hello, Northside. My name is Kyle Lanoue, and I'm a member of the Northside family and also a member of the New Albany Floyd County School System. I currently work at S.L.N. Jones Elementary, and I thought I'd take this time to share a little bit about my family and how we're coping with the COVID-19 pandemic, along with what we're doing at the school to help ensure that learning continues. To begin, my wife Andrea and I have two beautiful bonus daughters, Addison and Mia, and then a bouncing baby boy who's Jace is almost 2 years old. And we've done well. We feel very blessed and fortunate. I keep trying to remind myself every day, although it's been tough, that we're fortunate to have each other, and we're fortunate to have opportunities to continue working and being with each other. Family in life moves so fast. I remember when Jace was born, I was told that the days are long, but the years are short, and Jace is getting big quick, as are the girls. And so I'm trying to relish the time that we have here at the house. I'm trying to remind myself every day that these are the times that we get to know each other even more, and we get to do things that we sometimes don't take the time to do on a day-to-day basis when life is moving at 100 miles an hour. We are working from home, both Andrew and I. While I work some at home and I work some at the school, life is certainly not the same as it typically is. And Andrea works as a nurse, and so she's doing telehealth care with pregnant women. And I'm working, like I said, at the school system, and I go back and forth quite a bit. And so I'm one of the only members of the house that's really out of the house regularly. And so we obviously are doing things that we think will take care of each other, and I'm being thoughtful. And so, this has been a time that we've spent a lot of time in conversation, which we're having the opportunity to have conversations and talks and time for prayer that we've never really, like I said, things go so fast normally that taking the time to pray in the evening, or that extra prayer in the morning, even at breakfast time, which sometimes mornings are hectic and we're out the door before anybody could even say hello to each other. And so I've really taken the time to relish this as difficult and as crazy as things are right now. In our house, we've tried to slow down and try to do as much as we can with each other. Because we're both still working, that's not easy. And we're trying to balance that out and find ways to make it work. Andrea does a lot of conference calls, as do I. The whole Google Hangouts, we just kind of live in that virtual world. I'm a technologist. My undergraduate degree is in technology education, and so it's phenomenal to me that the whole world is turning in some ways to technology to stay connected. And it's amazing the difference that a smile makes now. That's one of the things I've been really thinking a lot about. We think about personal connections and how smiles draw us in, and sometimes the neighbor passing by on a walk and a wave and a smile is really all we're getting in terms of social connections from some of the people that we once talked a lot with. And that's just something that you just have to be reminded, I think, that is a blessing from God. And while we hope and pray that this isn't going to last long, in the moment, I think it's important to relish those things and cherish the things that God has blessed us with. And again, something as simple as a smile. And again, going back to the prayer, I think it's having the opportunities to pray when life is so crazy. These are the moments that we won't be able to get back, and so it's important to use those times, I think. The school system is faring as well as it can. S.L.N. Jones is, it's certainly a high poverty school, and we have challenges, but it's the people that are making a difference. It's the front. I refer to some of them as frontline people, the social workers that are going door to door, and they're interacting with families, ensuring that they're safe, ensuring that they have what they need. We as administrators are doing as much as we can as well to, in some cases, meeting from a distance with parents. I mean, I've never dreamed I would be meeting 10 feet apart from a parent if we had to talk about things, or going to the houses. And obviously the world is just, it feels and looks different right now, but I think we have to remember that these are all God's children, and that the same love and the blessings that we had before are there. We just have to be cautious and thoughtful about how we're interacting. Non-traditional learning, e-learning, the teachers at SL and Jones are amazing. They are doing things, the online readings, the connections through Google Hangouts. They're doing phone calls. Any way they can stay connected with the kids is just amazing to me. And in an age of technology, and in a world where so many of our families sometimes are disconnected socially anyway, they are ensuring that they're staying connected. And on top of that, teachers and the social workers and the staff we have are ensuring that food's in their hands. And obviously we worry so much about some of our families, and not having the day-to-day meals and the day-to-day personal contact with the staff. And so, like I said, I've just been really impressed despite the challenges they faced. Teaching is an art and science when it comes to many of the subjects, but reading is definitely an art and a science, and it takes an individual or a group of teachers to teach it, using methods and the methodology in that close contact, face-to-face. I'm not going to say it couldn't exist in a virtual world, but it's challenging, I think, because it's so, again, it's such an art and science, and it takes so much effort on the part of the master teacher to understand when and where the student needs a specific set of skills or instruction. But again, these teachers are doing so well with that. They're finding ways to make connections that, frankly, even as a technologist, I never would have dreamt. Innovative ways of sharing information, connecting virtually, asking them to do things. I'll tell you a quick story. I spent about 30 minutes on the phone last week with a very kind elderly man, a grandfather who's raising his 9-year-old granddaughter, and he was having a tough time downloading some information. And again, our world has changed so much, and I used FaceTime, his granddaughter, to help him get the job done. And when we were done, his daughter went right to work. She was learning, and so again, we're doing it any way we can, because it's important that we stay connected, and students continue to learn day to day. So that's my story. It's been, this is definitely something I couldn't have dreamt, but it's also something that I know that we're going to come out stronger as a nation. And in Northside, I invite you to watch those smiles, whether from afar or in video land or virtual world. Check out the smiles. They make a huge difference, and they're a reminder of God's tender mercy. Thank you. Love you all.